CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks so much for being with us on this Monday, August 25th. A lot of gunfire lately in the city of Timmins. In the wake of the most recent shooting, police are urging those with security cameras to join the Cam Safe registry. CTV's Lydia Chubak has more.
In the early hours of Saturday morning, Timmins police officers responded to a report of gunshots in the north end of the city. Police officials say the shooting happened in this area of the city on Toke Street near Leone Avenue. They say circumstances surrounding the crime are currently under investigation.
There was a disturbance prior to the shot of being fired. There was a minor disturbance. It was isolated specific to the disturbance. Outside of that, no one was hit or injured as a result of the firearm being discharged.
Cameron says no suspect has been located yet, but he says investigators have a very good description of the individual. He adds if any resident who lives in the vicinity of the crime would be willing to share video from their security cameras, it might help solve the case.
There could be video footage within even a 4-block radius. And what I mean by that is because it doesn't necessarily capture the incident itself, but it might capture witnesses or a suspect going to the scene. It might capture witnesses or a suspect leaving the scene. It gives police a timeline.
Cameron says so far 169 people in Timmins have registered with Cam Safe, which is a registry of security camera owners in Ontario. Only police have access to the database of registrants.
And then we can go specifically to those doors, knock on the door. First off, we need to ask for consent if we can view their surveillance camera, because we do not have access to it. And then we can take it from there, but it's quick because we can go specific residents knowing there's a camera.
Cameron cannot say if the gunshots heard on Saturday are related to drug subculture, as more witnesses still need to be interviewed. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
North Bay police arrested and charged one person after a gun was found in a hotel room. Police were called to the Quality Inn Hotel on Seymour Street yesterday after a gun was found in one of the rooms. For the public safety, the hotel was evacuated while police investigated. They arrested and charged one person with 3 offenses, including possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. Now to the weather. The temperature has really fallen, and so has the humidity. To tell us more, let's welcome back CTV's Rick Wyman, fresh off his week off, and you brought cooler temperatures with you.
And yes, certainly some welcome rest, hanging out with adults for a change as opposed to a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old, because kids, after all, grandkids can be draining. Your first look at weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at getcaa.ca. Just kidding, I love the grandkids. The system which hovered over northeastern Ontario, moving out slowly to the province of Quebec. We've got a great look at the Labor Day weekend. We've got a little bit of rain in the forecast. We'll get into some detail coming up on the 5-day forecast and a lot more, Tony. It's always good to be back and hang out with you on the 5 and 6. Back to you.
Thanks so much for that, Rick. An update tonight on the fate of 16 hybrid wolf dogs in the Wanapate area of Greater Sudbury. The owner says the dogs were expected to be seized today by the M&R, but that has been delayed. CTV's Alan Everson has more.
Brighton Bongard takes time to say goodbye to his 16 hybrid wolf dogs. He says the animals are anxious and know something is up.
Mom and I went in there and cried for an hour, so then that kind of threw off the dogs, like, okay, something's going on here. And now our dogs are kind of just panicking, going, what's happening?
Bongard says he got a call over the weekend that the M&R was coming to get the animals at 10 a.m. Monday.
Unfortunately, at the point, they haven't formally told me what's going on with my dogs. All I've been informed of is that a potential home has been located in another province. Unfortunately, at the time, it's not going to be a sanctuary they're going to. It will be a private owner. The chance of me going to see the dogs is very limited due to it being a private owner.
Bongard adds the M&R tells him out of province is Saskatchewan. Cassandra Belanger is a neighbor and started a petition to save the wolves, asking that the animals not be euthanized and allowed to stay with their current owner, who is willing to set up a sanctuary. The petition has over 1,000 signatures.
I'm a huge advocate for animals, all kinds of animals, and these animals are well taken care of. They have a beautiful area for them to be in. They are fed, they are loved, and now they're going to be ripped away from the only home they know.
Several other neighbors, friends, and even strangers showed up on Monday as a show of support for Bongard and the animals. We reached out to the MNR today, but did not receive a response by our deadline. In a previous email, we were told, as this is an active case, MNR is unable to comment further. Just before noon on Monday, Bongard was informed by the MNR it will be at his property Tuesday morning. There was no reason given for the delay. Alana Everson, CTV News, Wanapitei.
Provincial police are investigating a Timmins Shores business that was defrauded $20,000 in tools. Police are looking for this person as they believe he may have valuable information about their case. Back in January and February, a business received orders for tools but were paid using fraudulent information. Anyone with information is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. The Owen Sound Transportation Company is sounding the alarm on a fake website scam targeting ferry passengers. The company says a fraudulent website listed as OntarioFerries.org is pretending to be the official booking site for its ferries. This includes the Chichimon as well as the Pelee Island and Niska services. Officials say any bookings made through that site are not official. Anyone impacted is encouraged to reach out to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre and local police. The company says bookings can only be made by phone or online through its official website, and it is working to remove the fraudulent site. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast, but first, let's head to Timmins and a live webcam from downtown. It's raining and 10 Celsius. We are back after this commercial break.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Here we go with some precipitation hovering over northeastern Ontario right now, as Tony alluded to just moments ago about some light rain in the Timmins area. There you can see it, and we also have some rain coming in perhaps by Wednesday as well, but Timmins off to a rough start this week with the rain. It'll clear up and it'll be better just in time for the long weekend. Here we go with that Wednesday look. Kapuskasing, Timmins, Chapleau, Sault Ste. Marie, Gore Bay, and of course approaching Sudbury. So we'll get into that as of right now. Let's have a look at some of these numbers. Here we go. Mainly cloudy in Greater Sudbury, Nickel Belt tomorrow, 19, 22 Wednesday, sunshine. Now the rain Thursday, good chance here at 60%. Friday, sun and cloud. Saturday, some sun and cloud. More of the same come Sunday, but 20 should be a nice weekend. Meanwhile, in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, sun and cloud for tomorrow. Wednesday, some sunshine. Again, 60% chance of showers, a good bet there. Friday, sun and cloud Saturday, 18, 19, 22. Nice temperatures. Kind of cool at night, but that's okay. You don't need the AC on overnight. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, as I just alluded to, a rough start this week. Chance of showers at 60%. That's a pretty good bet for tomorrow. Wednesday, 40%, 30% on Thursday. Friday, sun and cloud. Saturday, sun and cloud as well. 18 and 20 your temperatures. So it will get better, but again, a slow start to the nicer weather. Timiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Chance of showers tomorrow. Wednesday, sunshine. Again, chance of showers on Thursday, sun and cloud on Friday. And Saturday, some cloud cover. Should improve by Sunday and Monday, just in time to give people a well-deserved long weekend. Meanwhile, in North Bay, West Nipissing, chance of showers tomorrow. Yeah, it might rain. 19 degrees, 21 on Wednesday. Chance of showers Thursday. That looks good at 17. Friday, sun and cloud. Saturday, sun and cloud. 20 and 21 heading into the weekend. So, Tony, again, we'll get a bit of rain, but things are looking good. Promising right now, according to Environment Canada. So I'll put my money on that, and we'll see what happens for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Back to you.
Thanks, Rick. New information is emerging on the cost of fixing the arena in Elliot Lake. An additional $11.6 million in work is being recommended to Council tonight through a high-level audit by Perry and Perry Architects that is working on the project. Most of the additional work, according to the report, is related to the province's accessibility laws and safety. This 11.6 would be in addition to the almost $12 million already estimated for the project, which was budgeted to fix structural issues and building code compliance. CTV is following this story, and we'll have more at 11:30. Organizations and community members met on Paris Street in Sudbury today for a silent stand to raise awareness on the drug epidemic in the city. CTV's Madison Merrier has more.
Despite the rain this morning, organizations gathered in front of the Crosses for Change on Paris Street to have a public silent stand.
To create awareness, to raise compassion, to be able to show hope for people that there are ways to stop drug overdose. And we decided to stand together this morning to launch the week for each organization. I think there's 13 of us all together.
I think this is the start to something real beautiful, and hopefully this is we'll see more people gathering here next year and do something bigger and better for the community, as Sudbury is one of the cities in the north that has lost the most loved ones of all.
Among those taking a stand today were people who have battled or who have supported loved ones battling addiction, as well as those who have lost loved ones.
We've lost people. We're losing people. A toxic drug supply. I mean, it can all kinds of buzzwords, but I was almost one of those white crosses, and I got family in there too. So I'm here because something needs to change.
The end goal is to stop overdose, to stop this. I'd have to say it's a pandemic now, not an epidemic. It's a pandemic. So hopefully this brings people together to try to end overdose.
This morning kicked off a week of awareness leading up until August 31st, International Overdose Awareness Day. Organizations in the city are hoping that people will attend to learn ways that awareness can save lives in the current drug epidemic.
It takes the community to save the community, and I say that all the time, and so this is just proof right here that the community does want to save their community.
Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's a preventable disease. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Health professionals are saying ditch the vape and see your doctor to help you quit smoking. Smoking is considered the leading cause of preventable disease and death in our country, and now new national health guidelines are recommending a menu of best practices to stop smoking. More now from CTV Sergio Rangio in Timmins.
Ditch the vape, see your doctor. Those are two recommendations from the Canadian Task Force of Preventative Health Care in its new guidelines to help people quit smoking.
11% of Canadians are still regular smokers. And as an emergency physician, there's not a day that goes by where I don't see patients coming to the hospital with severe lung disease, cancers.
The guidelines call for using research-backed methods to kick the habit, including counseling, talking to your doctor, nicotine replacements like patches and gums, and prescribed medicines. The guidelines strongly discourage using unproven methods like hypnotherapy and acupuncture, and recommends most people avoid e-cigarettes and vapes unless absolutely necessary.
The counseling approaches, together with the pharmacological ones, have been studied well, and they work together. They can reduce your chances of being a smoker by about 25 to 30%, which is pretty good.
Health professionals in Northern Ontario say people can start the process online.
I would definitely point them towards the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health and the Stop on the Net program. They do provide a period of time of NRTs, they call it, so nicotine replacement therapy of various sorts. So that would be something that they could start with, and also have supportive counseling as well.
And Lang says there's even a promising over-the-counter option.
We came across a health supplement that's been used in Europe for years. It's called cytosine, and it also blocks the nicotine receptors and can help people stop smoking.
In the end, medical experts say it's critical to encourage smokers to stop.
Nicotine is a very powerful addiction. It's a really tough habit to break, but there are tools out there that work.
Experts say the benefits outweigh the challenge that comes with quitting. It improves health and lifespan and reduces the risk of heart disease, stroke, and cancer. Sergio Rangio, CTV News, Timmins.
The last of 3 primary care funding announcements in Sault Ste. Marie took place today. The Algoma Nurse Practitioner-led clinic is the latest local group that will be able to roster over 1,000 more patients because of provincial funds. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has details.
The Algoma Nurse Practitioner-led clinic will soon be adding almost 1,300 new patients to its roster. Sioux MPP Chris Scott announced $535,000 for the hiring of 1 nurse practitioner and 2 allied health professionals.
It means greater access to care, right? It means also for us to be able to have more supports to help our primary care providers here, our nurse practitioners. So it's a huge development for us here at the clinic.
Including similar announcements at the Superior Family Health Team and the Sioux Community Health Center, over 5,000 unattached Siouxites will soon have primary care providers.
They worked together collaboratively to ensure that they were hitting the 3 streams in a way that would best deliver care, and made it easy for Minister Jones, the Minister of Health, and their local MPP to just guide these across the finish line.
Nurse practitioners are key in each of the recent announcements. Scott mentions the Learn and Stay grant and the Grow Your Own Nurse Practitioner as programs to bring more of these professionals to the community. Health officials say their expanded scope of work has helped make nurse practitioners more valuable in recent years.
The role of the NP is very similar to a medical practitioner, but there are still some little gaps, and that's why a collaborative team approach to patient care is excellent, using all the expertise from the other disciplines and the nurse practitioner as the sort of patient navigator.
While excited to be able to provide care for more in the community, clinic officials say there is still a lot of work to do in order to clear their wait list. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
The Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities is reiterating its call for the federal and provincial governments to modernize Highways 11 and 17. Municipalities want these highway projects designated as a nation-building project under the Building Canada Act. The 2-lane highways in the North see 8,400 trucks moving $200 million of goods a day, according to FNOM. The group is proposing strategic 4-laning and the use of 2+1 highway design, among other options, to improve the safety and flow of traffic along 3,000 kilometers of road from Quebec to Manitoba. Cyclists are set to gather on Manitoulin Island for a charity ride next month. CTV's Amanda Hicks tells us more about the event.
The Tour de Meldrum is a ride with purpose. While its starting location has changed throughout the years, cyclists from across Manitoulin Island and beyond travel to Meldrum Bay and back, a round trip of 210 kilometers. The ride was started by avid cyclist Dale Scott 24 years ago, who initially did the route as a way to challenge himself.
When I got home, I was thinking, wow, that's a lot of energy, a lot of work to put into a ride. Perhaps it would be a good idea to do a ride for a cause.
Typically seeing upwards of 16 participants each year, the ride has raised a total of $220,000 for Manitoulin Health Center. The hospital does not receive ministry funding for capital expenses, so the funds are used to purchase much needed equipment.
I can think back over the years, like our bed campaign, when we needed to purchase new beds for both sites, much needed x-ray equipment. We recently completed a reno expansion to the Mindemoy Site Emergency Department. The ride was a huge donor. And regularly they're supporting our chemotherapy services, satellite service, so we can have chemotherapy provided on Manitoulin, preventing people from driving 2.5 hours to get the service.
This year, the funds will help the hospital purchase fusion pumps, which administer various life-saving drugs, antibiotics, and fluids.
Anything that gets done in a community gets done without volunteerism, especially the hospital. Well, we all know there's less and less funding and there's more and more need.
The ride takes place on September 7th. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
What are our friends at Pure Country up to? We'll check in with Brian Cooper when we return. You're watching First at 5.
Well, no shortage of opportunities for you to win with Pure Country. There's been a lot going on as of late. This week, we kick off our final week of a contest called the Laney List, giving you an opportunity to see Lainey Wilson live at the Bud Stage next month. Also, hotel accommodations for $2 and $100 spending cash. And speaking of cash, starting next week, there's a little contest that we have that's called Grand in Your Hand. You know it. It's an opportunity to win some cash. Everybody can use that, right? So be listening to Pure Country next week for your chance to win that. To catch it all, you can stream us online, purecountry917.ca, on the radio dial 91.7, or listen for free anytime with the iHeart Radio app.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Thornlow, just north of Timiskaming Shores. Karen Evans sent us some pictures of sunflowers. Those are some beautiful summer flowers. Take a look at them. Appreciate you thinking of us, Karen Evans. And a great picture of a sunset from the Temagami Fire Tower. This one was sent in by Lisa Grand of Hanmer in Greater Sudbury. She took a ride to the fire tower while camping at Finlayson Point Provincial Park. Thanks, Lisa. To Elliot Lake now, Donna Gleave sent us this photo with the caption, "Is this an alien visitor?" She was joking, of course. This drone was washing windows on Washington Crescent in the city. She says, what a great use of a drone. Thanks, Donna. And finally, Community Living Kirkland Lake was the big winner at this year's Shake the Lake. Rock Solid Wrestling hosted its third annual event in support of the charity, hosting a high-flying and hard-hitting professional wrestling championship. The final tally isn't in for this year's event, but Rock Solid Wrestling says it raised more than last year, which was $3,000. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.